The NEC contracts are designed to be clear, collaborative and flexible. In theory, they already provide a comprehensive framework for managing risk, time, cost and quality. So why do clients still add extensive Z clauses? Sometimes they can ultimately strip the contract of its core NEC principles, to the point where it no longer truly operates as an NEC contract, and this is something to be mindful of. Clients often use Z clauses to shift or clarify risk beyond the standard NEC position. While NEC promotes shared risk management, many clients prefer more traditional risk transfer approaches. Typical examples include making the contractor liable for risks that would normally sit with the employer, tightening compensation event entitlement, or introducing additional design liability. Large organisations, for example national highways, utilities or Tier 1 contractors, have internal policies that NEC doesn't fully cover. Z clauses are therefore used to embed corporate procedures, reflect insurance or indemnity requirements, ensure compliance with internal audit and assurance processes. Every project has unique risks, and clients often feel the core NEC clauses are too generic. Z clauses can introduce site-specific constraints, environmental or regulatory obligations, and third-party interface requirements. Some clients add clauses based on past disputes or lessons learned. This often results in overly defensive drafting, duplication of existing NEC provisions, or reduced clarity and increased ambiguity. So what should you look out for? Not all Z clauses are problematic, but some can significantly change the commercial position. Here are the key areas to review carefully. Clauses that override standard NEC risk allocation, contractor accepts all risk style wording, and limitations on compensation events. Amendments to define cost, schedule of cost components, or disallow cost. Additional conditions before payment becomes due. Restrictions on recovery of certain costs. Reduced entitlement to time. Additional notice requirements beyond Clause 61. Clauses undermining the accepted programme. Increased caps or uncapped liabilities. Broad indemnities. Insurance obligations beyond market norms. Conflicts with core NEC clauses, poorly drafted or ambiguous wording, and duplication of existing provisions. Z clauses are not inherently bad. They can add value where genuinely needed. However, excessive or poorly considered amendments can undermine the simplicity and collaborative intent of NEC. The best practice is to challenge unnecessary amendments early, assess the commercial impact, not just the wording, ensure consistency with the core NEC structure. Ultimately, the more Z clauses added, the further the contract moves away from standard NEC, and greater risk of misunderstanding or dispute. Metroun, a commercial hub for your business.